Hello guys, welcome back to Reading Club. Today I'm going to read you a book called The Critter Club, Liz at Marigold Lake, Chapter 9 and Chapter 10, the last chapter. Chapter 9, Friends to the Rescue. Can we come up? Ellie asked. She, Marion, and Amy craned their necks looking up at Liz. She was in a tree about 10 feet off the ground. Liz nodded. Yeah, sure. She sniffed. She wiped her eyes. She'd let it all out. Now she was feeling better, although maybe a little silly. Actually, Ellie called up, can you come down? Liz looked down. The girls were having trouble climbing the tree. She couldn't help laughing through her sniffles. She had forgotten that it took her one whole summer to figure out how to get up into that tree. With a few quick moves, Liz was back on the ground. I'm sorry, you guys, she said. I just had all these ideas about how this weekend would be. I just wanted to have a great time. I guess I didn't realize how much I wanted it. Her friends moved in. They all wrapped their arms around Liz. Liz put her head on Amy's shoulder. You don't have to say sorry for being sad, Ellie said. We're your best friends. She's right, said Amy. Friends should be honest about their feelings. Marion nodded. So, we'll be honest, she said. We are having a great time. Liz looked up at them. You are? She asked. Really? All three of them smiled and nodded. Really, they said together. But, Liz began. She listed all the things that hadn't gone as planned. The snake stick, the flipped canoe, the water that was too cold for them. Nobody feels like swimming or canoeing, she added, and now Marion might be getting sick. Marion gave Liz a squeeze. Oh, don't worry about that, she said. I'll be fine. I just need to eat more of your mom's veggies, I guess. And yesterday was so fun, said Amy. We had a blast swimming before it got chilly. Even canoeing was great, she giggled. I can actually laugh about it now, Ellie chimed in. It makes a good story, that's for sure, she said. And I know there's no reason to be afraid of a little snake. I'm in the Critter Club, after all. Ellie stood up straight and tall. So it's decided, she went on. You're taking us to that waterfall. The one deep, deep in the woods. The deeper, the better. The girls laughed together. Oh, thanks, you guys, Liz said. I feel so much better. You really are the best friends in the world. You too, Liz, said Marion, and you're the world's best wilderness guide, so lead the way. Chapter 10, Campfire Chat. That night, around a glowing campfire, the girls roasted marshmallows with the sticks Liz had collected. Liz turned her stick slowly so their marshmallows cooked evenly all around. Then, as they ate their treats, they talked about the day. My favorite part was the waterfall, for sure, said Ellie. I'm so glad I braved the evil snake stick to see it. Well, my favorite was canoeing, Amy said. I didn't even flip it one time today. Marion put another marshmallow on her stick. I think my favorite part of the day is still to come, she said. You're not going to believe it? It's sleeping outside the tent. In the tent. Really? The girls asked. Marion nodded. I've never done before this weekend, she explained, but I really like it. Being out in the cool air, bundled up in a cozy warm sleeping bag, plus the sounds of the crickets all around, it's the best. Liz gave a happy little clap. Well, that does it, she said. I think this is my favorite part. Hearing that her friends loved about the lake made her day. Then she had another thought. This and taking care of the mice. They're just so cute, and they need us so much. The mother mouse had not returned, so every few hours that day, the girls had fed the babies. With the help of Liz's parents, they used the special milk Liz's dad bought at the pet supply store. They dripped drops of it into the babies' tiny mouths. Now, Mom says we have a tough decision ahead, Amy said, after I bring them to the Critter Club. When the baby mice are bigger, they could be released back into the wild. They're wild animals, after all. Or we could try to find homes for them as pets. Liz wasn't sure what the right thing to do was. If we let them go, would they be okay? She asked. Amy shrugged. It's hard to say, she said. We would need to help them get ready. My mom says there's a special kind of mouse house we could build for them. It would help them get used to living outside on their own. Liz stared at the campfire. The flames jumped and danced. It's funny, Liz said. Tomorrow our wilderness weekend is over. But it turns out we'll be taking some of the wilderness time with us. It sounds that like the Critter Club girls were going to have their hands full with the mice for a little while. Liz knew they forgot the right thing to do together. So, Liz said slowly, do you guys want to do another trip to the lake sometime? Yes, Ellie, Marion, and Amy all replied at the same time, and Liz knew they really meant it. If you enjoyed the book called The Critter Club, please subscribe, Reading Club. Thanks.